So here is an interesting problem. You have typed all the HTML code, at least most of it, and you saved it, and you viewed it in a browser, and looks fine. You have the text contents, but something is not the same. Something is not right. For example, there's no image at the top, and also the text seemed formatted differently, and you'll see the sample in the textbook, and it looks the same. It looks a little bit different in terms of the formatting and layout and so on. So you suspect, okay, must be something wrong. Something went wrong. Basically, you maybe you have the image file coded incorrectly. Maybe the CSS file is linked incorrectly, and perhaps you don't have the file for the image or CSS file. But you check them all, and they seem all fine. For example, here's your CSS file. Here's a preview over here. And here's the image file. Here's a preview. And here is your HTML file that you just typed up, which is this one. So it looks, everything seems just fine, but something is not right. So you may wonder, what is going on? Well, this happens most often for Mac users. And sometimes it happens to PC users as well. It's a very silly thing. It's called rich text format. So it means that when you type the HTML code, either in Notepad in PC or simple text in Mac, unless in Notepad it's by default, there's no rich text format. For example, when you type something in Notepad, right now I'm using Notepad. There's no option for example, bigger font or underline or red text or blue text, and those kind of rich text formatting, those options are not available in Notepad. However, and that's one of the main reasons why you use Notepad rather than Microsoft Word or any other word processing applications, because those applications do apply the formatting for text. In Mac, simple text, it does come with, by default, rich text formatting. So you need to disable them. And I have that information available on the course website. So go to the modules, and under tutorial part 1, you have a link for Mac users for setting up text edit. Okay, so these two links, and here's the first one. So for example, using text edit or simple text, make sure that you do not have rich text here highlighted or selected. Make sure that it is plain text. And another one that you need to make sure is you want to have append .txt extension unchecked. So you don't have txt at the end of the file name after HTML, because by adding .txt at the end of the file name, it will the file that you save will be saved as a text file rather than HTML file. Okay, so make sure that you have plain text and no txt extension automatically appended. So after that, when you save it, things will be fine. But since somehow these texts got corrupted already, I imported this text, this HTML code from TextEdit or Simple Text from Mac. It's got some corrupted text. It's kind of hard to see it, but if you look at it very carefully, you'll see this quotation mark over here, double quotation mark. It's not the same as the simple quotation, double quotation mark. So let me just put a simple double quotation mark right next to it. You'll see the little difference between this and that. And that, the second one, is reached format. So I just delete that. And then come here, take that out and put a simple, just plain double quotation marks all around, and make sure that is replaced. So I have already replaced this one, and that one. So this is for, oopsie, that should be double quotation marks. Okay, so this is the link for the CSS. It is typed and coded correctly, except that, you know, double quotation marks. Another common mistake or typo is this hyperreference, the typing of that. So this should be HREF, hyperreference. Okay, and then coming down here, the reason why the image didn't show up was this double quotation marks. Okay, replace them and replace them, and I'm gonna go ahead and save it. Let me go ahead and save it as, so you can see what, so that's JPEG, prop file name should be dot, oopsie, cancel it first, save as dot HTML, HTML. Okay, so go ahead and save it, and it's going to replace, yes. So let me go to that web page here. So this is the first, this is the before, and now see after. Let me just refresh it, and you'll see the difference. And now you see the image, and also the font, the text is formatted with proper formation and page layout. They all come from the CSS instructions. So here it is. So for example, body has margins, left margins, and the header and a side and all that, and footer and so on. You will learn about this CSS coding later on. You don't need to worry about it at this point at all. But only thing that that was the problem was this rich formatting of double quotation mark. Okay? All right.